We have as well a CC control change, continuous control change data, MIDI data section in Connect Through MIDI here as well, and it can be used to access and to control things in a different way than only playing notes, playing a pad. So there is one really nice MIDI controller here, the MIDI Blaster, which is a light sensor, and it reacts to the hand movement and the distance over this controller here. So obviously this is a special controller here. There are similar controllers, but it can be used via a dial, which is sending a MIDI CC data here as well from a more affordable and maybe more available controller. So let's set this up and let me show you what this does. So again, if you're not sure what kind of MIDI messages you are sending, there is the online MIDI monitor available in a web browser. You can check what kind of messages you are sending. Again, a link in the video description below here. So let's set up the MIDI Blaster first, because it's sending a really nice, and it's just a really nice experience to use it. So we have connected this to our computer. We need to hit refresh, and now it's showing up in our available MIDI devices. Here we select the MIDI Blaster and we set this to the first input here. So only the first input here will trigger notes. The other sections here will trigger different sound effects. So we now have the MIDI Blaster being set up here, and we can already see we get an input because we have the monitor blinking. Here we now need to set up the different MIDI control change numbers this is sending on. So we can again only hit S, and it's waiting for us to send an input and detects what kind of input we are sending here, and we can already hear that the right number is now being selected, and we can play some nice notes here. So if we start a preset marimba here, for example, we have the chords, and depending on the chords we now get different MIDI notes being played here, and the pitch, high and low, is being controlled, plus a few sound effects filtering in the background here, depending on where our hand is sitting. Again, this is not the MIDI Blaster is from a small company, and it's not always guaranteed that you get a unit. So just to show you that you can use a really one of the more affordable controllers here as well. So we could select LPD8 here. Again, we now want to use a dial or a fader. Those are generally the controllers which are, or the access points which are sending MIDI CC data. Let's put this MIDI Blaster a bit to the side. And now we set up the LPD8 here to control this the fifth player here. And now we hit S again for detecting what kind of MIDI CC number we are sending messages here. And we can hear now as well, if we're moving this dial, we have the MIDI notes being played here. We can invert the movement here as well if we want to, so it will play one from top up or up down, depending if we set the invert button, how we set the invert sequence button here. So this is the first part of the MIDI CC input section here. Again, it really depends on the player you're playing with and what kind of MIDI gear you're using, but this is a nice addition to have something more, and maybe something accessible for someone who's not necessarily able to hit a MIDI controller, but to use the movements to play some music.